Hello, good morning, good day, good afternoon, and depending upon where some of you are, good evening. This is Grand Madam. This week I want to do a shadow series. We're in very tense times right about now, and things are happening all around us beyond our control. And what we hear in the news, what we see in the neighborhood, what we experience on the job will all impact us. They're going to set off triggers, and they are going to flip our positive archetypes to the negative side. So, what I'm going to do today with the Dark Goddess deck, I'm going to find our archetypes. Now, the archetype is a personification of a characteristic of many different qualities. This is in the form of the Dark Goddess. This is Medea. This is Scotty. And what we're going to do, I'm going to shuffle the cards, throw the card down, select, see which archetype is functioning now. I'm only going to do one card. After the one card, I'm going to clarify it with the Rider Waits and or the Lenormands or the Kippers. Okay? I forgot to clear the Kippers. 1 second as we speak. I find this to be a most interesting exercise because if you find yourself running into a wall, hitting a glass ceiling, every time you put forth your best effort, and all of a sudden everything just stops, and you keep trying over and over and over to reach this goal, and it's like you just can never reach it. You just keep running into a brick wall. Some of you might get sick. Some of you just might fail at what you're trying to do. Just cannot reach the goal. It's like someone just moves the goalpost a little further down, a little further down, and you run and run and run and run. That can be the problematic side or the shadow side of your archetype. So let's see what's going on here. I've called in the tarot team, the protecting angels. Okay, let's pull out the archetype for the collective. What's the archetype for the collective? The archetype, that's interesting. Oh, okay. The archetype for the collective. What is the archetype for the collective? Okay, well, archetype for the collective. All right, let's see what this looks like. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. We have the archetype of Aradia. Now, many of these archetypes also are not just in the form of symbols, but in the form of gods and goddesses. This one is Aradia, and I'm going to read the book on her. It's just a short blurb, but I don't want to miss anything. I don't want you to miss anything. Okay? Let's take a look at Aradia. Sticks and stones, words of fear, defend, stand strong, shed a tear. Attacks ensued to cause alarm, protect, safeguard, and keep from harm. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. Now that's her introduction. Okay? So she is about protection, and she's in defense mode. So some of you are operating from defense mode. and it's hurting you. The archetypal defender of Roman origin, Aradia was the daughter of Diana and Apollo. She was known as the goddess of witches because she was sent to teach people, especially the poor and oppressed, how to perform witchcraft and magic and to defend them against oppression, exploitation, and ridicule. Ridicule, I'm sorry. Now, her message is quit being so defensive, ease up on your wall of defensiveness. Past hurts are affecting your actions. This is the shadow. Okay? Now, with every archetype, there's a positive side and there's a negative side, or maybe not so positive side. But the bottom line is you have to accept both. Okay? Now, on her positive side, she protects you. Basically, what that's talking about is someone has put up their protective wall. Someone has a protective facade. Someone is in defense mode. But that negative, which is fine. But the other side, the shadow side of this archetype, is like because of that wall, because of this defense mode, because of past hurts, someone is protecting themselves but attacking others. I'm going to get you before you get me. That's the downside of Aradia. Okay? So let's see what this is all about. And that has to be recognized, identified for what it is, accepted, and integrated within the personality. When I say integrated within the personality, I know I do this. I know about my protective wall. I might let it down, let my shields drop a little bit. Now, I didn't say you had to drop them, 0. No. Let me let these shields down a little bit. And only put them up when I'm triggered. Or when I see something that is unusual and that could hurt me. Then you put it back up. But even then, in your relationships, on your job, in the home, when is the proper time to put your shields up, to put your defenses up? When is the proper time to take them down? So, now we're going to get into the reading. To see what's going on. Okay. Show us. What's going on? Why is this person in defense mode? And let me tell you, I said past hurt. That past hurt could have been yesterday morning. Okay? That past hurt could be 20 years ago. That past hurt could have taken place when you were an infant and left behind. Simply in another room while all the adults and the kids were in the front room and you were in the back room by yourself, wide awake. Okay? Now you're doing crazy things to prevent yourself from being left alone and left behind in that back room as an adult. So, what is this about, Spirit? Okay. This will be interesting. Spirit just confused me. Which way are we going with this? Oh, okay. All right. Has to do with the past. And for some of you, the issue took place when you were children. It may have to be, it may have involved the passing of a loved one. It may be also the trigger of a grand transformation, a significant life change. And yes, it is a lesson to learn here. We have the Page of Swords here. So whatever took place, and for some of you, oh my God, for some of you, it is the passing of those very close to you. Some of you experienced a horrific loss, and you were there to see it all. And that's as far as we need to go. I don't want to trigger you. And here's the wand, Ace of Wands of passion and inspiration. Okay. Now, one more. Regrets. Some of you, I said, had an experience from the past that was horrific. And you are studying your shadow work. You're doing your work. Some of you are probably in therapy. And what we have also is some of you are ready to, some of you is just not just, I don't mean to belittle it. Some of you may have lost children. Some of you may have lost a marriage or a relationship that was very important to you. And now you're ready to start a new relationship, but every time you seem to get started, something just messes it up. I'm hearing it last 2 weeks. No, that was clear audience. Nobody came and told me that your relationship just lasts, all your relationships last 2 weeks. No, that's not what happened. Let me lighten it up a bit, okay? And so right now, you're at it a full stop. Let me check this thing out here. What's going on? Why are my relationships so short? It's almost like you're sabotaging or you're picking folks who are not going to be around. And finally, it's come to a head. This is the Tower. Aries energy. Big explosion, big argument, and it's right up under the card. There was conflict. There was a battle. Ooh, big argument. It could have been involving a small flirtation. It could have been involving a child instability. Okay, this is something else. So somebody's stability was actually shaken up. This can be also fights with siblings. And someone is definitely on defense mode for a good reason, a very good reason. But you can't stay there all the time. Someone's literally been through a war, just like we see on TV. You're going to have to find a place within yourself of safety. I'm saying, not saying get into the la la fairy tale, was it castle of security, but within yourself, you're going to have to find a place where you feel secure and where you feel safe. Doing that through meditation. You can also do it with breath work. What you can do for 10 to 15 minutes to identify these triggers from this archetype, this behavior caused by needing to be in defense mode. Start breathing through your mouth. Fill your belly with your air. And slowly at first. Do that. And let's say after the first 7 minutes, do it quickly. stop and hold your breath. 7 seconds. And then do that little series 2 to 3 times in your 15-minute block of time. It's like a meditation. And after you've done your breathing, just be still. Just close your eyes and be still. You can close your eyes to breathe also. Just be still. And see what happens. How does your body react? Does your body react? What thoughts are coming up in your mind? It's at that time that your archetype is going to expose itself. Okay? And that's when you can identify the thought forms behind your actions and examine them. Look at them. Talk to them. Are you really necessary in this situation? Do I need to take such extreme actions to save myself in this situation? For goodness sake, it was only an argument on the job over the copy machine. I'm giving you an example. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. Because you basically are a survivor. Whoever this is for, or whatever people, whatever group, whatever person, you have been through something most of us only see on television. You've experienced the real deal. Okay? So you're triggered by the smell, loud sounds, all kinds of things that we just take for granted and keep on with our day. So, try that breathing exercise to help you identify what it is that is causing you to not reach your goal, to fail to reach your goals, to fail to stay on track, to fail to be on time, to fail in another relationship, to lose another job, to lose your house or home, because it's there. And basically, like I said, it's just, here's a card of abandonment. Losing friends. Don't want friends. No man or woman is an island. Not now, especially. The collective has to come together for its own survival. And so do you. So, I would just touch lightly on that. Okay? And let's see. From where are we? Trying to hold on. Trying to hold on to what you have. You are fully aware. Of course, you've been through things. And now you're more, let's say, less tolerant of things that don't make sense. And you'll cut through. You cut through issues that have no significance to you. You cut through people. You just cut through the lies. You cut through the story, people's story, other people's story. And ooh, look at this. And some of you are going to charge in to find out what really was going on within your own story. Aggressive mental work. This can also be physical aggression. Okay, and the queen here. And someone might be coming charging at you. Why did you leave me? Issues of abandonment. Back and forth discussions. Oh, these are coming back. Karma. Karma. I didn't notice that before. These arrows are pointed downward. Look at this. They're pointing down. They're coming back to Earth. See? So, Karma's hitting. Karma's hitting. Okay, where else can we go with this? Oh, all right. Hold on, let me pull out another one to make sure it's not. Are my cards upside down? Yes, hold on. Sorry about that. Sleepless nights, high anxiety. It's your archetype is kicking in. You're going overboard with your self-defense. Definitely overboard. Thoughts in your mind. You're spooking yourself out. And some of you are perfectly happy that way. 9, 9. 9's the number of completion, too. For some of you, you have deliberately set up a lifestyle where you will only be a bachelor. You will never marry. That's your fears. That's all that is fears. This is the future. Someone is harvesting seeds planted from their future. And their future is to be alone. Literally, you created it. That's not for everybody. This is someone else's thing. Someone's been through a horrendous um, experience of violence. Someone's been through a war. Someone was caught in a war zone, whether in the neighborhood in the States or across the pond in an area, fighting area. People died around them. They have that survivor's remorse. Okay? And this is again, these are the thoughts that keep flowing through your mind that you use to defend yourself with. And they may not necessarily be real. When you were in that situation where you needed to survive, yes. For a relationship, maybe not. For a job, mm-mm. To buy a car, it's time to make some other decisions. Okay. But in this case, it looks as though Spirit itself is getting ready to come down on your head to make a decision for you. This is judgment. This is your karma coming in for being in defense mode just much too long. Just much too long. And I am feeling someone or their parents are survivors of Auschwitz, and they are hearing their stories. They're replaying those stories over and over again. And you know what? I don't blame you, because I'm seeing some things too. But right here in the here and now where you are and you're safe, understand you're safe for now. If you must make certain decisions, like putting money away because you're going to have to make a move, do that. Okay, then do that. Yeah, look at this. Set yourself up. Take care of yourself, to take control of your life, to take action, to do what you need to do. Okay? To defend. Because for some of you, to be in defense mode is very real right now. Because some of you are caught up in a war zone. And I'm not just talking about Ukraine and Russia. I'm talking about wherever you are. Might be time to leave. 3 of Swords. It just might be time to leave. You can be in a war zone in your own home, dear. Look at this. Put in so much work. Should I add one more pentacle to this pile? I don't think so. Look at this. Moving away. Moving away. Quietly. Secretly. It's the priestess. She who has hidden knowledge. Yeah. Some of you may be going on a retreat or not moving into a monastery. You know what I mean? Visiting a monastery. If that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. But understand, being in a defense mode is not a bad thing, but it can get out of hand, and you have to identify it and just calm it down. Okay? Yeah. Look, someone is coming out of a seriously, to say abusive situation. Well, some folks it was simple abuse. For other people, like I said, it was a doggone war, a literally war. But you're coming out of that strong, emotionally intact. You have help. It took other people to help pull you out of it. And now you're defending yourself. Good. Good girl. Because this is a feminine person. It might be an older person. You're stuck because you might be holding on. You might be in defense mode a little too long. You stay in your defense mode until you can get to safety. And once you're in safety, once you're in a safe area, or once you found the safeness within yourself, then you can relax. You can do your breathing exercises and your meditation. And from there, you'll be directed as to what to do next. Okay? Because, like I'm saying right about now, it's like a soldier leaving the war zone, coming home, and you have a house full of kids. And he has a gun in his duffel bag. Kept it with him. And while he was sleeping, the kids did something crazy, knocked something over the floor, and he wakes up suddenly, not realizing where he is, and he pulls that gun out. Same thing. Same thing. It's time for you to put your gun away, to put your piece away. If you're safe. If you are safe. Okay? Because you don't want to hurt anybody else because you misread the scenery. Okay? Okay? And so, it's been 27 minutes, folks. This is going to be for our archetype for today, Aradia, for whomever this is touching right about now. Get to a safe place, and then you can relax. But you can't stay in warrior mode all of the time, not trusting people, not trusting yourself because of a horrendous and very sorrowful situation. Okay? Life continues, and you have to choose life. Choose life. Choose life. Okay? This is Grand Madam, and I'm wishing you much love. Come on, give me a hug. Let me hug you. Be safe.